palavra de língua estrangeira, em que a gente mantém a ortografia.
Yeah. Sorry, Rose, you said you learned a new expression.
Yes. When you watching the movie or series
Uh-huh.
a long time during the madrugada.
Dawn, after midnight.
Dawn.
Yeah, normally it's aurora, but you can say like dawn. After midnight, better.
After midnight,
Uh-huh.
you practice bide watching.
Bide watching.
Bide.
Or bird.
Bird não é pássaro, tipo.
Yes. What is bide watching? Spell bide.
Binde. Bide
D.
watching.
Bide.
Sim, teacher.
Uh-huh. No, you just spell. I think it's okay. It's B-I-N-D-Y. Okay. Yeah. This. Watching.
Yes.
Okay.
O que significa maratonar em português. Ai, eu maratonei uma série essa noite e tal.
Yeah, but in English you can say to marathon. Because we have the word in English. To go on a marathon or to marathon, it's possible. Let's see if we have like a...
Binge.
Esse
go on
aqui,
a
ó, eu
binge.
aprendi também que esse aqui, bide eating. Bide eating.
Yeah, but
E
attention...
se for na bebida, biding drinking.
Okay, but attention to the pronunciation.
Binge.
Binge
Ah, eu
watching.
falei bide.
You said bind, and when you said bind, I understood bind.
Vine.
Ah, entendi.
Vine.
That's why I said, okay, bind watch. Isn't it bird? Because if you say bird, bird watching or bird watchers are going to be those people who are like studying, protecting the birds. Bird watching.
Binge.
Watching. Yeah, binge watching.
Outra expressão para maratonar?
Yeah, I guess we can say to marathon. Nowadays, people...
Marathon.
Okay, marathon. It's a noun, right? It's also okay. It can be an adjective, but people change words, right? So the word is a noun, and then we change this into a verb to marathon. But I believe it's not very often. People do not use it like that.
Binge watching.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Remember that when we use the fingers on the computer keyboard, how do we say the word in Portuguese? When you are...
Em inglês eu sei que é type.
To type.
To type.
Okay.
Digitar.
Okay, but people normally say to write.
Escrever?
Yeah. I'm gonna write you an email. I'm gonna write you an email.
Em inglês seria send, né?
Yeah.
Send you an email.
Okay, sure. But when you send, it's because it's ready. Okay? Ready. It's prepared. It's organized. You just send.
Send.
Okay. But before you send, you need to...
To type.
Yes. But people normally say to write. Even though
Escrever.
we type. But remember that nowadays we use, even in English, the word digitize.
Nunca ouvi essa palavra.
To digitize. Yeah, because it comes from digit. Well, we can talk about it later, but the idea is, because when you type, remember, we think about the typewriters.
Yes.
Remember?
Na parte de escrever antigamente.
So this is related to the typewriter. Nowadays, you say to type up or to digitize. Okay, not to digitalize. Digitalize is to make digital. You get like a, I don't know, let's say that this is my cell phone. You're going to take a picture and then you organize it so it's digitized. It's a file, it's a photo. So if you need that file for research, you go to a library, for example, you have there. You don't need to have the picture like, let's say, you don't need a picture to show. You just get the cell phone, you say, hey, take a look at this. You just show it. It's digitalized.
Escreve essa palavra que eu não conheço.
Okay. Well, let me put down here, like there. Let's say curiosity. So as you said, to write, to type, to digitize. To type up, right? Normally we say like type up. Another thing, remember, we have the word like to spell. To spell is also important. Because to spell, although you can only say the word, okay, you can just say spell, you can also say like in a different way. Let me get here the dictionary just for you to see. I don't think we have like digitize, because it's something new, but we never know. Dignify, here, digitize. When information is digitized, it is put into the form of a series of the numbers 0 and 1, usually so that it can be processed by a computer. So you
And then,
digitize.
Now you put there, I got the idea.
Okay.
Digitize.
Yes. Here we don't have digitalize, but forget it. It's okay. Because normally we say like to make digital, get a copy, digital copy. Okay, so digital and it goes. To type, okay, to spell. Let me get to spell. Remember that spell is like spelling. And as you have spelling, we're gonna have like different meanings for spell. Remember that a witch or a wizard can put a spell on you. Okay? You like, remember the prince becomes a frog. So the witch, blah, 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 boof, and the prince becomes a frog.
Yes.
Then let's say that the princess kisses the frog and the spell is broken. So the frog, poof, becomes the prince again. So that's a spell. Okay? Magic.
Not the verb.
No, it's gonna be a different idea. That's what I'm saying. Then you have a different meaning.
Mas nesse
Spell.
caso, o spell é atitude ou é pozinho que...
No, it's the magic itself. As we say in Portuguese, F-E-I-T-I-C, cedilha O.
Yeah.
So then it's another word. For the word spell, Rose, as I told you, spell to form words. Spell as to form a word or words with the letters in the correct order. So you go and then you write, but you usually spell. Let me see if there is another explanation. Because sometimes when I'm teaching, I tell guys, spell is like to write. So let's see here. Say in the correct order the letters to form the word. But okay, so when you spell, you say, hey, you write like this. And then you say gun, G-U-N. Okay? But sometimes you say, hey, can you spell? And the person writes. Okay?
Can you spell?
Yeah. It's like this. Do you know how to spell gun? The guy says, of course I do. It means, do you know the sequence of the letters? Do you know how to write it? You see? That's why sometimes you understand spell as write. But it's not normal. Normally, it's, do you know the sequence? Only this. So remember, as I told you, that we can say to digitize.
Digitize.
Yeah, because the digit. Okay? Digitize. Yeah. And that's it. Okay, Rose?
I early one day if
Yeah.
I got the new information in English.
The new what new information?
Like that, binge watching.
Okay, binge watching.
Eu ganho meu dia quando eu fico sabendo de uma nova situação em inglês. É
Okay.
isso que eu quis dizer.
All right. Got it. So you make your day.
Yes.
That's fine. Well, Rose, today is Thursday. Today is June the 23rd, 2022. Let's just remember that last Thursday, to be more precise, it was Corpus Christi. Most people don't even care about Corpus Christi anymore, right? It's a pity, but it's something related to religion. Depending on the religion, depending on the person, right? We have like different understandings. Remember that we are in the month of June. Today is the 23rd. Next week is going to be the last day in the month of June, and then we go to July. Remember that in July we are going to have class the first 2 weeks. Then Jerry is gonna travel, I hope, to sell, etc.
To Cuiabá and another cities, you told me.
Yeah, maybe not to Cuiabá exactly, because I was there. Maybe I go.
There.
Well, I'm not sure if I'll go, let's say, to that side, to that side, that side, that side, so east, west, north, south.
But
I'm gonna check.
You got the ride with another guy?
Yeah, there are 2 guys that I may go with, but if I don't get them, I'll go by bus. I'll take my son along. Let's get the car and let's travel. We go to Primavera, Campo Verde, some nearby cities. Then we can go to farther places. We can go to Guiratinga one day. I'm gonna check what to do.
Yes.
Okay? I need to, as we say in English, let's not cross that bridge before we come to it. Okay? So let's not worry about it if the problem is not there, the situation is not there. I like some expressions in English because they sound so nice, right, to say. So let's not cross that bridge before we come to it. This is great. But Rose, let's review some things, and remember we are talking about Mr. Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Today we talk a little bit about his movies. Okay? I just got some, I think I have more. But okay, remember that we talked about these, the news and the fake news. So remember that when you talk about the news, we accept that as a fact. So the news is a fact because there is, let's say, one company or another, let's say, company that brings this to people, yeah?
If you turn off the air conditioner for me.
Yeah, okay, but I guess my son asked to leave it on because of the equipment. Yes, that's right. He's doing, I'm gonna show you later what he's doing, but he's such a nice guy. Well, so normally we understand news as a fact. And of course, when we talk about the fake news, it's like, well, is it really? Is it a fact? Is it true? Isn't it false? Because we just know that it's kind of false when it's proved. Before somebody comes and shows, let's say this person shows you that the fact you have is not accurate, say, okay, man, so it was fake news. But before, you believe. Yeah.
Yeah, before we leave.
Yeah, let's suppose that somebody says that, I don't know, Joe Biden is coming to Rondonópolis. Yeah. Come on, man, it's impossible. Is it true? Let me check. And then you go check. But let's suppose that he comes. But at first you think that is not possible. Later you see it's true, it's a fact. Later on you know that it's not true. I knew that. Of course it's fake news. You see, but you don't know, you need to check. Remember that sometimes we need to worry about these cognates and fake cognates, but we don't say fake. Remember that we say false. So there are some situations in which you use fake, in which you use false. Okay? So this is what we call sometimes the collocations. If you use another word instead of this, instead of that, it's going to sound a little bit strange. That's why when you said bind, watching, I said, okay, bind watching. Yeah, but that's just like in Portuguese, right? If you
É o tal do querer falar inglês chiquemente, né? Bind.
Fancy way. Okay. But Rose, so then you have the words. Just get to this curiosity that you have to spell, to write, to type up, to digitize. Just for the record, remember to spell is because you say the sequence of the words.
Yes.
You can be right, you say, okay, gunman, it's G-U-N. You say and you write. Fine. To write is to normal way to handwrite, right? To say to handwrite is the normal way. When we think about writing, we think about handwriting. To type, remember, it's usually the typewriter, those old ones that you need to really type hard. And nowadays, because it's computer, blah, 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 you digitize, or you can also say you type up, okay? Type up. Normally, not only type, okay? Well, the other class we had, I showed you about the poem, Basement. Remember that from time to time, I am writing, or I have been writing poems, articles, etc. And I post them there. Yesterday, for example, if you check my Instagram, I posted some articles that were published like a year or 2 years ago, and one that was published yesterday. And this one is very interesting. It's on Giro MT, or Giro MT here.
Uhum.
It's called Fluentíssimos
Nice.
in English. So very fluent in English. If you get my status on WhatsApp, you're gonna see that I placed there the link. You can go, you can of course read everything. I just didn't understand why they didn't put my name here. They just put there by administration, and only because they used to do that there, but no problem. And they put now only here. So I'm gonna talk to them because I think it's important. It seems, if you read, it seems that they wrote it. It's not theirs, it's mine.
Então você não está só na tribuna, você está no site também.
Yeah, but what I do is, Rose, I send these guys because they asked me. We have a kind of a deal, and I send it to the Tribuna. So normally I use the Tribuna. Yeah, let's not exactly a very good friend. We are acquaintances, okay? He was a Rotarian some time ago, and then we got to the agreement. Said, no, Jerry, you send there. I'm gonna open a kind of a blog.
Aí ele deu
You can
preferência
send.
em falar em inglês, mas em português. Né?
Yeah, the idea is that as I do on the Tribuna, I write about English, but in Portuguese. Because if I write in English,
Atinja mais a população.
sure, yeah, for Brazilians, right? So,
Algumas palavrinhas ou outras que você fala lá, mas não chega. Mas dá a entender quem, mesmo quem não sabe inglês, pelo contexto do português.
Yeah, the idea is that people visit their site. Okay, somebody's there looking for something in English, and they see there, wow, Fluentíssimos in English. Man, I'm gonna read it. And then the person visits the site. They know that. They show their sponsors, right? Patrocinadores. Their sponsors that they have a good visits, a lot of visits a day. That's why they charge this, they charge that, so they make money.
E como seria Fluentíssimos?
Well, too fluent.
Too fluent.
Yeah,
Sim,
like
mas
fluente demais.
É.
Too fluent in English. That's
O
it.
que torna mais fácil, né, Tite?
In English it's easier, you see, when you...
Você pega um cara que fala só inglês, aí ele tá na aula de português fluentíssimo.
Yeah.
Ele vai achar um palavrão. Mas
Yes.
como seria isso na minha língua? Too fluency.
Yeah, remember that, for example, you can say very fluent. Okay,
E
but
so fluent. pode ser.
so fluent too. But when you say too fluent, it means more than necessary, right? You don't need to be God, perfect or almost perfect. Man, you can be like, okay, people understand you. You can communicate. You don't need to be a lecturer. You don't need to be a professor at college. You are able to speak like everyday English. But speak, not understand, but really speak. And that's the idea. Just to make it clearer, it's like this. When you say so or very much is one thing. When you say too much, it's like it's exaggerated. Okay? So instead of much, For example, let's use another word. You say, wow, Jerry's so happy today. You see, so happy, very happy. Or you can say, man, Jerry's too happy today. Like this, did he drink something? Man, he's like a...
Fora da casinha.
Yeah, he's out of the ordinary, you see. He's outside the box, right?
Yeah, outside the box.
He's outside the box. So when you have these, then you understand why I said that the person is too fluent, more than necessary. But it's not more than necessary because knowing a language is never, I guess, too much. Only if you get crazy, then that's too much. But Rose, another one that I said, pay attention, double attention, is related to this, right? Because there are some words in English that they have very similar sounds. And as they have very similar sounds, you need to worry. Because, let's use the dictionary again. Remember that we have, and then you listen.
Rain.
Rain, rain,
And look at this, because this is the part you need to remember.
rain, rain,
And,
rain, rain, rain,
and,
rain, rain, rain,
you see, so then you have three words that you have
rain,
The same,
very.
the
Rain.
same
Rain.
sound.
rain, rain.
And the question people ask is, but how do I know if rain, rain, or rain is being used? But man, the meaning. It's
Yes.
the meaning. Because when we see this, you say, wow, that's very difficult. No, it's not difficult because you are just thinking about pronunciation. It's just one aspect of the language. But what about spelling? I mean, if you look at rain, for example, it has letter A. The others do not have letter A. The difference between this rain and the other is letter A, letter E. So that's what you need to pay attention. Then, when you compare the last rain and the other, the only difference is letter G. Because then again, you have like something that is going to be the secret for you to know if this is the word, this word, or this word, if you have three possibilities, three choices, as you have there. One more thing that is important, meaning, translation. If you translate one, you say, okay, I got it, rain. If you say rain, the second one is related to a kingdom, to a king, like that, okay? And then you have the other one, you think about, I don't know, a horse, or I don't know, a kind of animal that you need to kind of, let's say, ride. So as you have the meaning, the translation, you say, okay, so I need to worry the pronunciation, okay? You need to know and learn and worry about the spelling, of course, but you need to worry about the meaning. Because even when words have the same spelling, the same pronunciation, is the same word, let's say, but the word has different meanings. And then we have a problem again. Okay? Remember that we have the word hand. Remember, just an example, fast example. This is our hand. But remember, when you have the clock and then it goes,
Yes.
it's the hand of the clock.
Do clock também é hand, Titi?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Ponteiro?
Yeah, but how do you say ponteiro in English? How do you say ponteiro in English?
I don't know.
So let's take a look. We have, as I said, hand. And like that, right? We have first examples. Let's here. 13.
Ponteiro.
But you see, meaning 13. See, meaning number 13. It's not the first meaning, hand, ponteiro.
Tá.
No. We have a lot of, and then down there you say, man, is it ponteiro too? Sure. You see, this is more difficult. Because you say, wow, Jerry, but how do I say this? You say, this? Oh, no, but this means this, not that. Example, tabuada. How do you say tabuada in English? Then I'll ask you a very nice one.
Mão de cartas, Tito. Que
Yeah,
é mão
the
de
hand.
cartas?
The hand. Like this, you're going to, let's say, give the cards, right?
Quem joga baralho, né?
Yes.
Eu
Okay?
não jogo baralho, então acho que eu não sabia.
Yeah, but when you give the cards to every player, to every
Mas
gambler,
é um verbo, então, to hand.
no.
Você está embaralhando ali.
No, okay, but then it's another one. It's another thing. These offering the cards is the hand of cards. Okay? A hand of cards. The giving. Then it's an
A
noun.
ideia é essa.
That's right. Okay? I said about tabuada. Easy one now. How do you say tabela in English?
Tabela.
Yes. Okay. And how do you say mesa in English?
Table.
So let's take a look at table.
Table.
Yes, of course. Meaning number one.
Mínimo ano.
That's right. Now let's try to get to another meaning. Number two.
Tabela.
And I ask you, and I ask everybody, tabela and table, they are not very close.
Uhum.
And why people do not remember this, but remember mesa?
Porque a vida inteira the book on the table, the book on the table.
So we learned that table means this.
Yes.
This is a table.
Yes.
And we understand. When you think about this other table, remember that it's like this. Remember, tabela de preços. You go to a place,
Yes.
and then they have there a kind of a board, and then you have the prices. So it's a table. Okay. But then, if you have like this with, let's say, some legs, right? Like this. So then you have a table. And then you sit, and then you can eat on it, like that. So then it's another meaning. Then, let's go ahead.
Tabuada de dois.
So, 2 times table. The table of the 2. Okay?
Isso é muito
The table
Tabuada de
of the
dois,
two.
10.
Yeah, but remember,
Tio.
this,
Tabuada de 2.
yes,
2,
so,
4, 6, 8, 5.
no, you say 2 vezes 1, 2 vezes 2,
Então, 2, 4, resultado.
yeah, that's it.
Tabuada de 2. De 2
Yeah.
a 10.
Yeah, we say do 2, right? Do 2, do
Tabuada
3.
em geral, eu queria dizer.
No, okay, but then you say 1, 2, because you get each number. Then you say do 3. 3 vezes 1, 3, 2, 6, when we are kids, right?
Aham.
Okay, after that, come on, we don't get to the tables again. But what is important is that this is the table of 2. And then you say of 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 9. And then you get, for example, to
Então,
10,
vamos supor que eu
etc.
seja uma mãe americana e tem um piazinho.
Yes.
Eu posso falar para ele assim, Guy, tell me the table of the tree, por exemplo.
I think so, but they give here this, the 2 times table, because it's easier to say. What is the 3 times table? Why 3 times? Because you say 3 times 1 is 3. Remember, times means
Vezes.
that's it. It's not like tempos or horas, right? This is another thing. And again, we get to this idea. It's the same word, I mean, in English and in Portuguese. 1 translation, 2, 3, 4. You have different translations,
Eu
understandings.
posso falar para ele, Guy, tell me 2 times 2.
Yeah,
The table.
2 times 2. Yes.
The table.
No, you said the 2 times table.
The 2 times table.
The 3 times table.
3 times table.
The 4 times table. And
Quando
it
eu
goes
falo
on.
2 times, eu quero falar assim, ó, me fala aí a tabuada do 2.
That's
Me
it.
fala a tabuada do 3.
Sure.
Do 4.
Yes.
Tell me, Guy, the
4. Okay.
4 times
Table.
table.
That's it. Because remember, you're going to say 4 times 1, 4 times 2 is equal Boof, and then you say the number, the result.
Expressão feita, né, Tia, no caso.
This is collocation.
Collocation. Tá.
You see,
Por isso que eu não estava entendendo.
it's like the other one. As you have a store, remember that a person can get to a store, the person looks at a piece of clothes there, and the person wants to know this. The person can ask you using one or more questions, saying one or more, let's say, yeah, but using one or more, not only questions, but expressions. Can be even affirmative idea, for example. But how do we, what do we say, or we usually say, when we want to know the price of something? How do you say in English? In Portuguese too, but in English, if you want to know this.
In English?
Sure.
How much is this?
How much is this? It's one. Tell me another way now.
How much are they?
Okay, but then it's plural.
Yes.
Singular, plural, but using the verb to be. I want you to understand that we, as learners, as speakers, users of a language, we need to understand and remember this, that we have options when we talk. And then you say, but Jerry, which one am I going to use? The one you want, the one you remember. So if in Portuguese you say, quanto é essa calça? Okay, how much is this pair of pants? But what is another way of asking the same question, even in Portuguese? Because you're not, okay?
Essa calça tá quanto?
Okay. Then it's a little bit hard to say that in Portuguese, right? Essa calça tá quanto? Because in English you're not going to say, is this pair of pants how much? No, we don't say like this. In English you would say the same. How much is this pair of pants?
Sempre começa com how much.
In English it's better
Depois
to do
que
like
vem
this.
depois, o problema é seu.
Yeah, you can say only how much.
Não.
Okay, you can say.
Português tem, né?
Yeah.
Quanto é?
Yeah.
Aponta pro caderno assim na livraria, quanto é esse?
Or even worse.
É.
Tá quanto?
Tá quanto?
Right? Português you can say tá quanto.
É, tem
Simple.
o mais falado isso aí, tá quanto?
That's right. But there is another one, Rose, and this is Portuguese, and that's what I tell you. If you don't remember in Portuguese, you are not supposed to remember in English. Because, now I'm going to tell you, you are not going to use the verb to be. You are going to use another verb, even in Portuguese. Remember, how can I ask, how much is it, using another question, another group of words with the similar idea? Remember Portuguese, then you skip to
Qual é o
English.
valor?
Can be, what is the price?
Qual é o preço?
That's right. Because in Portuguese and English we have that difference between price and value. Okay? Okay, but what's the price for it? It's okay. But we don't usually ask, even in Portuguese, what is the price for it? We use another one,
Another one?
which is very easy. Say, oh, Jerry, of course, man, how could I forget that? I'm going to help you. The verb begins with letter C.
Custa quanto?
That's it.
Quanto
And
custa?
that's it. And then in English say, hey, how much does, because it's not a verb to be, how much does it cost? And then I ask you, you have these two in orders. Let's say these three possibilities. As you said, what's the price? How much is this? And how much does it cost? You have three choices. Which one you're going to use?
How much is this?
Because it's
More
easier.
easier.
It's easier
Meu
to
cérebro não
use.
precisa nem ficar triturando para achar outra coisa, já vai nisso.
That's right. So that's right, Bruce. We use,
Cost.
we don't use this. You see, you have as a verb here. See, this suit cost me 400 reais, dollars, whatever. So you have there like costage. Okay. So this is important, and let me write here, because then next time we understand. So remember, as we said before, how much is it? Or, as you said, what is the price of, or I would say for. Okay, what's the price of it? What's the price for it that you're asking for it? And, how much does it cost? You see, even when you compare that they are the shorter ones, we prefer to use the first.
Yes, more simple.
Sure. You don't need to use the word like price. You see, man, how do I pronounce price? Is it price? For example. So we use, Rose, the easiest one. And this is a problem because when you are speaking English and you simplify the language, the day you talk to a person that uses more, I wouldn't say difficult, but more rare words, more, I would say sophisticated words, but not too much, you say, excuse me, because you don't understand. You see, the idea that I remember now is when you say car all the time, and the person says, where did you leave your vehicle? You say, huh? You didn't understand vehicle. Because you say car. The day you listen to the person saying vehicle, automobile, you get confused. It's like, okay. You need some kind of second to realize and go. That's one of the problems. So do not simplify too much. Yes, you simplify, but try to use different words. Okay, as we sometimes say, as the, let's say, scholars, right? Use different entries, different, let's say, possibilities of words. Not only words, but possibilities of words. Different lexicon, and it goes on. So this is only, Rose, to explain to you, if you have a problem with rain, remember that sometimes we're gonna have
Também é
this.
rain também, né, Titi? Igualzinho.
All of them. All of them.
Então fica chuva, reinado e rédea.
Yes, that's right.
Não sabia também.
Okay.
Só o rain, só de chuva.
That's no problem. Remember that.
A identificação dessas palavras, na verdade,
Yes.
é no contexto, né, Titi?
Just like Portuguese.
É, no contexto. Manga. Eu tenho um vestido que tem 2 mangas.
Yeah, you don't remember, I say, like a fruit. I mean,
Não.
you think about some fruit here, some fruit here. No. Then you understand why our reasoning, right, our thinking has to be fast. Otherwise, you say God. One more example. We understand mouth as mouth. How do you say foz?
Tipo Foz do Iguaçu, Foz.
Foz do Iguaçu, yes. It's the
Pelo que você
same.
tá falando é mouth.
It's the
também.
same.
The same.
Because what is a foz? Boca do rio. Embocadura.
É.
Where it stops.
Onde nasce a água ali.
Yes. So then here, foz. Desembocadura. You said, man, I never knew that. Yeah, now you do.
Yeah.
You see, Rose, the more you learn, the more you know things, you say, man, there is another meaning. I never knew about this. I could never imagine this. So then you learn. Okay? That's why I think that it's so exciting to be this kind of, to have this kind of job I have. Because it's so nice when you learn things that you're dealing with the language and you learn this. You learn something even in Portuguese. You see, so in Portuguese means, so that's why in Portuguese or in English is this, because of this and blah, blah, blah. So it helps. It helps a lot. Okay? We are going to talk about Tom Cruise, and remember that this is just to review. We started talking about Top Gun because now we have Top Gun Maverick. So then,
Gente, falando em Maverick,
I brought this to you.
falando
Yes?
em Maverick, você podia pôr ali para gente ver
Aham.
o layout do novo Maverick que lançaram, né?
Really?
Unusual
Okay.
person who has different ideas.
Yeah. So this is.
Ways to
Ah,
behaving
okay.
from other people.
Yeah. When you watch, for example, the. Sure.
Have some right here.
Ok, Lady, coming in. Assiste um pouquinho a nossa aula, hein? Ok? Vou falar inglês, mas fique à vontade. Rose, so when we saw this, and we saw this before, remember that I told you that a maverick is a kind of a rebel, an outlaw, or even a bad boy. When you watch the extras, they say like this. Okay, that is a guy that is not a person that is likes to respect the laws, right? The standards of society for some reason. So then he's a kind of an outsider. Okay, it's gonna be terrible, but anyways, the idea then, if you wanna take a look, you do, and if you want to pass to her, no problem. But the idea, as I told you, and that's why we have the car. Remember that some time ago we had the Maverick as a kind of a car. Okay? So it's also because you are just like the bad boy. You are in a...
Car,
That's
the bad
right.
time,
That's it. It's very, very nice. Yeah.
best car.
Fancy one. And even use it in movies. So that's very cool. Well, so a Maverick, could you read please, is
An unusual person who has different ideas and the ways of the behaving from other people, and he is often very successful.
Yes, okay. So remember that similar words are like these: rebel, outlaw, bad boy. Not exactly because the person does not bring any, let's say, harm, any big problem that is impossible to solve. It's just a person that doesn't like to be like the others.
The idea
That's
is
it.
linked
Mhm.
more the successful
Mm-hmm.
than bad boy. Yes?
Yes, more related to the bad boy.
Yes.
To a Jerry.
Yes.
Well, let's just remember, Rose, that the word success, remember, if you have a kind of a doubt when you are pronouncing a word, remember, you say,
Success. Success. Success.
and then you just put full.
Successful. Successful. Successful.
It's important because the word success and successful is very much used, and from time to time you need to use it. So try to memorize
Because in
successful.
that time, only the person successful
Mhm.
had a Maverick.
That's right,
Because
also.
it's very expensive.
Yeah, it's like a Ferrari
Yes.
these days, right? Yeah, but then it's another connotation, and that's okay. Well, before we go on, let's just get to know her. So, lady, you are? Your name, seu nome?
Cleusiana.
Cleusiana. Let me write here, then later I take out. Você diz assim, pô, entrei na aula lá, o cara não deixou nem eu falar. Cleusiana. And you are?
Rose.
Rose. Você conhece a Rose?
Não,
Não. Quer dizer um pouquinho o que a senhorita faz, só pra gente saber?
eu sou técnica em enfermagem, acadêmica em enfermagem, aí eu quero viajar e não sei falar nada. Nada, zero. Aí eu quero,
Ih, Rose.
passar minhas férias em Orlando, aí eu quero o básico pelo menos, né? Porque
Okay.
sem nada.
Você está indo para Orlando. You have relatives in Orlando, right?
I had in Orlando last
You-
year.
Yeah, okay, but you have relatives there or you don't? Family there?
My niece has a house there.
But just the house, she doesn't live there.
No, just to rent.
Just to rent.
Yeah.
Ok, tem uma sobrinha que tem uma casa em Orlando. Falei, mas ela mora lá? Falei, não, é só para alugar.
Eu vou a passeio nas férias.
Não, ok. Mas você vai ficar num hotel ou coisa
Isso,
assim?
aham.
Ok. Because maybe she could have a house, right?
Eu ia falar inglês, cara.
No, you can say
Quando
Portuguese,
vai,
ok?
Quando vai muita gente, assim, a família toda,
Uhum.
tem muitas casas para alugar lá. Então fica bem mais barato. Você faz sua comida, né?
Sure.
Come do jeito que vocês comem aqui no Brasil.
Sure.
Então quando a gente vai, a gente fica na casa dela. Ela aluga, já reserva aquela data para a família.
Oh,
Mas em pouca gente, o hotel, né, amor?
Yeah.
Vai eu e uma amiga.
Ah,
Ah,
não,
então é...
só uma
é
dupla
hotel.
sertaneja.
Aham, só vai eu.
Porque as casas lá, geralmente
São mansões, né?
recebe muitas pessoas.
Aham.
Na casa da minha sobrinha tem 9 quartos.
Pula.
E não é assim, um quartinho bonitinho, o resto tudo uma cama criada. Não, é tudo decorado com os motivos da Disney.
Pula.
Não é, sei lá, do golfinho. Então fica caro se for pouca gente, não tem como.
Ok.
Mas assim, tudo tem 7 quartos, 9 quartos, porque recebe, sabe quem vai muito, que ela aluga para muitos? Para chineses. Porque eles são, viajam assim, em batalhões.
Chinês tem, né?
Tem tempo, tem dinheiro e pode pagar, né?
Yeah, of course. Yes, they do.
Mas é uma cidade muito bonita, nossa.
Eu morro de vontade de conhecer lá. Morro.
Ok.
Muito bonito.
Você quer ver o Mickey, né? Pode falar.
É o Mickey.
Of course. But let's go. Vamos continuar, depois a gente conversa um bocadinho. Tá bem? Rose, so the homework, and it was corrected, even talking about Tom Cruise again. We mentioned some movies. So then I brought here this, I guess it's the trilogy. If you look inside, you have 1, 2, 3. So remember, this is the Mission Impossible. And remember what we said. In English, we don't say Mission Impossible. You say Impossible Mission. That's why we need to have the colon there. So then we have. So then you take a look. Mission Impossible. Let me just show her. Okay. Yeah. And then you have, I guess, 1, 2, and 3. And as you take a look, no problem. Then we have the other ones here. Then we mentioned this, War of Worlds. But checking here, in fact, according to the DVD here, it's War of the Worlds. Okay? War of the Worlds. This has 2 because we have the extras. I like when we have the extras. So you can also, yes, you can also, yeah, I like them very much. I prefer to use the DVDs than Netflix and stuff. And then we mentioned The Last Samurai. I think that's the title in English, yes. The Last Samurai. It's here. It's the same, has only 1, no extras. But anyways, this is The Last Samurai by Tom Cruise. As I like to say, Tom Cruise Credo. Tom Cruise Credo. But I have others. I guess I have Minority Report. I guess I have The Legend. I don't know, Vanilla Sky. I don't know.
Watching all them?
No, not all of these movies. I remember that I watched The Legend. I guess I have The Firm. I have the book. I read the book.
Yeah.
Sure. And then I realized that we have at the time we had the movie, and then I watched the movie. But first I read the book.
I didn't see anyone.
Wow. I know Minority Report, I guess I have. Collateral. It was played on Globo TV one of these days, and then I watched it there. Okay. War of the Worlds was on Tela Quente. No, Tela Quente no. Temperatura Máxima one of these days, so then I watched that again. I guess Oblivion, I believe I have Oblivion here. And it goes on. I guess Oblivion and these, Edge of Tomorrow. I guess I have the 2 of them. You see, and Tom Cruise has more than only 22 movies. I guess he has, I don't know, 30, 40 movies or even more. This is one of my favorite ones, The Last Samurai. It's very, very nice. It has something related to the story, right? To the history, better saying, of the British Empire, how they influenced Japan at that time. So it's very, very nice, very useful for us to study the story, right, or the history of the British Empire. Another homework, and it was corrected, and it was about Collateral. Remember that you brought something, and I said, okay, so let's make it better. And then you made it better. So you can read, please, because Max
is a taxi driver who is in the wrong place when he meets Vincent, a professional killer who involves him in a series of events that leads both of them into facing criminals, some BI agents and
Ultimately,
ultimately each other.
that's right.
Ultimately.
That's right. Just repeat.
Serious.
That's right.
Serious.
If you remember the word ultimate, remember the UFC.
Yes.
The UFC is the Ultimate Fighting Championship. The UFC. So then you say ultimate, ultimately. Ultimately. It's easier. Remember that words like these are even serious, professional, maybe. In case you have a kind of a doubt, go to the dictionaries online, type there, listen, 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 repeat, 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 repeat many times, because then it's going to be better. The more, the better. Let me use our long man just for the record. So, like this. Here.
Ultimate. Ultimate. Ultimate.
See, ultimate, ultimate, ultimate.
Ultimate. Ultimate. Ultimate.
And then you say,
Ultimately. Ultimately. Ultimately.
ultimately. Brasil é campeão. Ultimately.
Ultimately. Ultimately. Ultimately.
You see, difficult words are difficult for me, for you, for her, but maybe not for another person. You see, remember that there are people that have problems to say, I don't know, girl. Remember, there are words like these.
Girl. Girl.
And it's so easy, it's so like things. Remember that there are people that have problems to say,
Earth.
you see, you say earth. This, but people have problems to say. And the last one, right?
World.
Essa é a pior só.
People have problems to say world. And this is like this. It's a very, let's say, small, short word. So you need to, let's say, pay attention to this. Well, the homework that can be corrected, I don't know if you did, that it is this: to read and get ready to highlight some of the most striking news you got from Tom Cruise's biography. And this is from this site. There is a site called biography.com. You can get lots and lots and lots of biographies. They are for free. So this is about Mr. Tom Cruise. So it begins like this: that actor Tom Cruise is the star of several box office hits, including Risky Business, A Few Good Men, The Firm, Jerry Maguire, and the Mission Impossible franchise. And then we have more information about the guy. For example, the quick facts, like it's about Tom Cruise. He was born on July the 3rd, 1962, so he is 59. Soon, right, Rose is going to be 60 years. And he looks too young, right? See, man, is the guy 60? God, man, it's better than I am, right? And then he was born in Syracuse, New York, and his star sign is Cancer. I was teaching one day, and the guy said, wow, teacher, is he sick? It's cancer. I said, no, man, it's not Cancer. Cancer, because that is a star sign. He's not Capricorn, he's not Sagittarius, he is Cancer. I said, okay. I said, man, come on, don't make the guy sick like that. Yeah. And this is interesting. Let me show you this. Because when you say cancer, like the disease, like this, cancer is small. Letter C. Cancer is small. Yeah. When we talk about the star sign, it's capitalized.
Yes.
It's capitalized. It's capitalized. Okay? And that's it. Okay, Closiana? Se for a doença, Czinho. Se for o signo, Czão. That's it. Okay?
Assim como os demais, né?
Yes. Like Pisces, for example, like fish, but Pisces would be the same. Leo and lion, like this.
Like the name of the months.
What do you mean? I mean capitalized.
Yes.
Yes,
January,
capitalized, sure.
April.
Yeah, in English, capitalizing.
Yeah.
Portuguese, not really. The days of the week,
The day.
right? Monday, Tuesday, today, Thursday. You see, this is not only grammar, this is culture.
It's just a culture.
It's cultural. It's very cultural. If you do not remember that something in Portuguese exists, yeah, but in English is different, you need to say in English. Come on. Not Portuguese. You're not speaking Portuguese man anymore. You're speaking English. You speak the way they do. And that's it. But Rose, the last one, his name is not easy to say, right? His name is Thomas Cruz Mather the Fourth. Wow, that's it. So let's get to this and let's correct. So
Or
corrected. Let me put here roses. I don't know why Samila didn't come, but let's see roses. So the facts. Number one, please.
the facts of the Tom.
Yeah, this one. The most striking news that you got. Mm-hmm.
Oh, por etapa.
Yeah, how many did you get?
No, I write.
Wow, you wrote like
I wrote
a
it
story.
during his life, not the topic.
No, I need topics, but okay.
But I told you some topics.
Okay.
The name,
Mm-hmm.
when he was born.
Okay. All right, so his
He
birthday.
was born in July 3,
Mm-hmm.
1962.
Okay, so again, so July the 3rd, 1962.
Yes, in New York time, city.
Okay, so his birthplace. So Syracuse, New York, is it?
New York.
New York.
Who emerged in 1918 years.
Go on. Okay, go on. Another one. Thomas
Então,
Cruz.
the next one is who emerged. Quando ele emergiu na carreira, Tito.
Okay, let's put here
He
the
emerged in 18 years.
the 1980s.
Years. Yeah, yes.
Okay. Yeah, his debut. Let's put like his
Emerged
debut.
or the book.
Yeah, okay. 1980s. What else?
As one of the Hollywood's most popular leading men.
Leading.
In the Hollywood.
Okay, I got it.
Known for his clean-up good looks and versatility.
Okay, clean-up and versatility. Got it.
His star status was commented with the Top Gun. Ele explodiu
Okay.
mesmo pelo Top Gun.
So let's say here.
His star status was
Okay.
commented.
Yeah, let's put here. He's skyrocketing.
Can be
Top Gun.
Top Gun to 1982. One.
Okay. In 1982. All right.
Sorry, 6.
Yeah, 82. I said, well, 82. Okay.
6.
86. The last one, number 6. Just to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Cruz's personal. Deixa eu ler primeiro, depois
Sure.
você pega Cruz's personal life often attracted as a multi-attention in his acting.
Okay.
Cruz's personal life often attracted as multi-attention in his action.
Okay, nice. But only?
Only.
All right. So let's say here he's.
I have a 7, the last one.
Okay, so let's say his talent.
Attracted as much attention.
Attracts much attention. Yeah, let's put lots of much.
As his
Okay, lots of attention. His talent attracts lots of attention. Yeah, because of movies, blah, blah, blah. Okay,
The
number
next
7.
one, teacher.
Sure.
He starred in 43 movies.
Okay, so let's say his movie career.
Until that biography.
Okay, how many?
43,
43
yes,
movies.
movies.
Okay.
Only
Well,
one.
so his movie career, or let's say 43, let's say, yeah, his, yeah, let's put only career, let's put on his career, 43 movies, as you said, so far, right? So far. So far means until now. Until today, tomorrow, we don't know.
And he said he never got a vacation, never.
He never got a vacation. I guess I knew that.
Because they were earning a lot of money.
I didn't read there, and I'm not interested, okay? So don't take it like that. But is he married? Does he have children? Does he live with father, mother? He has brother?
I read.
Uh-huh.
He had three wives,
Ooh la la.
but today it's a single,
He's single.
and he has a
Daughter, son?
daughter, but not
He-
adopt.
Is a stepdaughter.
Yes, stepdaughter.
Okay. But I mean, he...
With Michelle,
Uh-huh. Michelle something.
the blonde
Uh,
girl, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it's Michelle Pfeiffer. So it means it is, I mean, she is, the girl is her daughter, but not his.
Not her to daughter of she too.
Ah, okay, so it's an
They
adopted
was
child.
together.
And they adopted.
Adopted him.
Okay, so he's not a stepfather. He's an
Yes.
adopted. It's a,
Yeah.
as we say that, let's say if I remember, like he's a foster father.
Yes.
Like that. He's a foster father. Let me just check, but I think it's foster father.
Foster.
Here, foster here. Okay, so there you are. He's a foster father. He adopted the girl because he wanted to take care of this girl. Okay?
Okay.
And that's it.
Teacher, I have to go.
Okay, Rose.
You talking about with
Mhm.
Cleidiane.
Yeah, sure. Rose, let me just tell you the last thing. I don't know if you are, you can subscribe to my YouTube. You just go to YouTube and put Jerry Mill. Yesterday, we shoot a video today. But you can go there, you select some of the videos, I have some. I think you're gonna like it. I speak English.
Yes.
Yeah, take a look at this. And you can use the subtitles. It's gonna be great. Sometimes I commit mistakes, but whatever. Okay? I'm gonna make it big, just like 1 minute or 2. It's gonna be interesting for you to say, wow, I like it. And then you see
Well,
there.
today, hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about using the dictionary. Okay, so you get ready because man, we have a lot of things to talk about. Today I will even slow down
Where are the-
because there are so many things that I can share. That I
Still
can share
coming.
with you. For example,
It's the connection. Maybe there for you it's better.
because I think it's
Not
something
here.
that I have to say to you. So you have on screen the using. Let's see, it's not working still. So just hold on. Remember, get your pen or pencil, get your paper, and let's get ready to do so. Okay.
Nice, right?
Very, very, very nice.
And we are going to do that, Rose, like every day. Today, I guess we created, let me try to put it back. We created, I guess, video number 5, number 6. Yeah, this is a lecture at Yassir. So there are some videos in Portuguese. But these videos here, greetings, introductions was number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And today we did number 6.
During the day, when I stay in my home. So I put there some videos of English to learn.
Now you watch Jerry.
Yes.